Hi. I'm late on the game on this one, but I've been watching Avatar, The Last Airbender. And I'm almost on season 1, and I just finished the first episode with with the appearance of the Northern Water Tribe, where Katara and Aang are trying to learn waterbending. Or Katara wants to learn waterbending, and she's barred because she's a woman. And I really liked how the creators of the show dealt with it. I think I do like it because instead of fighting it and becoming bitter, in the beginning of the episode, she actually went to the women and learned and took the lesson on healing instead of just discounting it as useless and not going and being stubborn about it. Obviously, healing isn't useless, but she wants to learn waterbending, and in her Southern Water Tribe there aren't any benders left because they're all fighting the Fire Nation. And the master, Paku, I think his name was, I'm not sure if I caught it properly, he is mired in tradition, and he won't teach her because she's a woman. Her place is as a healer, not as a warrior. However, instead of either just accepting that or becoming bitter and cynical about it, she stands up for herself, and she proves that she can fight. Obviously, she's not as good as Master Paku because he has had years of practice and refinement of his skill, but the fact that she shows such courage and she decides for herself what she wants to learn, and it's interesting because she goes against tradition, and it went against tradition for her to have her mother's necklace because she wasn't engaged yet, but yet she had it. And her grandmother had passed it on to her mother. I'm not sure when she passed it on to her, but traditionally for the Northern Water Tribe, it is carved for you by your betrothed. So I really like how the creators have had that planned, that story arc planned since the beginning of the series. It's not just thrown in. So I really like how they are treating women in this series. I really like the role that women can play, that they can be both bad guys or good guys. They can be heroes, they can be gentle, they can be strong, and they can be wise, like Gran. And Katara herself, I think, is very wise. She's an older character, and she shows Aang in a lot of ways his error very gently, and shows him where he can learn, and shows a lot of wisdom, especially when Aang, after he burnt her, vows never to use firebending again. She shows that that's not necessarily the best way to go about it. That just because you made a mistake doesn't mean you can't learn from it and go on and actually continue in your studies. Instead, she showed him to learn through herself and through the Fire Master, to learn control and how important that is. And he showed that, obviously, when he was fighting the Fire Nation in that episode. So even for a kid's show, like, I'm continually impressed by the depth of the writers and the depth of the emotion and the character development in this series. A lot of cartoons don't show that, and I really like it. It's very well thought out. I'm looking forward to each episode. I watch like 3 at a time. I can't just like watch one. And I'm really looking forward to watching the next seasons and then Legend of Korra. So I think that'll be really good. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I'm really impressed with the character development of Katara, and I'm really impressed with how the writers handled her role as a female, not just as a character. Because she is female, she brings that with her into the show, and to deny that, or to ignore that, I think would be problematic. So they do address the fact that she's female. They do address the fact that this is a society built on ancient traditions. Obviously, it's a fictional show, but it's still based on traditions of societies and cultures in our world. So I think it's very important that they treat different subjects in with care and gravity. So yeah, I really like the show. I highly recommend it. If you have any, questions, or if you think I'm totally off base with my current thoughts on Katara, feel free to mention that in the comments. I hope you have yourselves a wonderful night. Tomorrow's Labor Day, so if you guys have the day off, congrats. If you're like me and a poor soul, you have to go to work, I commiserate with you, and I'm sorry. But yeah, so anyway, I hope you have yourselves a rest of the weekend. That's great for you, and I will make another video soon. Bye!